In the digital age where information flows freely and anonymity reigns supreme, a new breed of activism has emerged, one that operates in the shadows and strikes from the depths of cyberspace. They are anonymous, a decentralized collective of hackers, activists, and digital dissenters, often referred to as hacktivists. But who are they, really? What drives them to take such bold actions? Are they digital Robin Hoods, fighting for justice in the shadows, seeking to right the wrongs of the world? Or are they reckless cyber criminals, hiding behind masks and wreaking havoc on the internet, causing chaos for their own amusement? The answer, as with most things, is complex and multifaceted, defying simple categorization. Anonymous is not a single entity, but a fluid movement, united by a shared belief in the power of collective action and a deep distrust of centralized authority. Anonymous operates outside the traditional structures of organizations, embracing a decentralized approach. There are no leaders, no official memberships, and no clear hierarchy, making it a truly egalitarian movement. Anyone can claim to be a part of Anonymous, and anyone can act in their name, adding to the group's enigmatic nature. This fluidity is both their strength and their weakness, allowing for rapid mobilization, but also creating internal chaos. It makes them difficult to track, control, or silence, a ghostly presence in the digital realm. But it also makes it hard to determine who speaks for Anonymous or what their true goals are, shrouding their intentions in mystery. Despite their elusive nature, Anonymous has become a powerful force in the 21st century, a digital juggernaut. Their actions have disrupted governments, exposed corruption, and challenged the very nature of power in the digital age, shaking the foundations of authority. They have become a symbol of resistance against censorship, surveillance, and the abuse of power, embodying the fight for digital freedom. But their tactics are often controversial and their motives are not always clear, leading to heated debates and divided opinions. Their actions raise important questions about the nature of activism, the role of technology in society, and the limits of free speech in the digital age, prompting us to rethink our values. To understand Anonymous, we must delve into their origins, their methods, and their impact on the world, exploring the depths of this digital phenomenon. The seeds of Anonymous were sown in the anarchic depths of 4chan, an online image board known for its crude humor, esoteric memes, and anything-goes attitude. It was a place where the boundaries of conventional internet behavior were constantly pushed and redefined. In the mid-2000s, 4chan/b/board, a notorious breeding ground for internet subcultures, became the unlikely birthplace of this global phenomenon. The /b/board was infamous for its chaotic and unfiltered content, attracting a diverse group of users. United by a shared sense of mischief and a disdain for authority, 4chan users engaged in elaborate pranks and online stunts, often targeting individuals or organizations they deemed deserving of ridicule. These pranks ranged from harmless jokes to more serious actions that had real-world consequences. One of the earliest and most significant targets of 4chan's collective ire was the Church of Scientology. The church, known for its secretive practices and aggressive legal tactics, became a prime target for the burgeoning Anonymous collective. In 2008, a leaked video featuring Tom Cruise, a prominent Scientologist, sparked outrage and mockery online. The video, intended for internal use, showcased Cruise's fervent support for Scientology, which many found unsettling and ripe for parody. 4chan users, fueled by a mixture of anti-Scientology sentiment and a desire for internet infamy, launched a coordinated campaign against the church. This campaign was characterized by a blend of digital activism and real-world protests. They bombarded Scientology websites with traffic, causing significant disruptions to their online presence, flooded their fax machines with nonsensical messages, overwhelming their communication channels, and organized real-world protests outside Scientology centers. These protests were notable for their use of the Guy Fawkes mask, which soon became a symbol of the movement. This campaign, dubbed Project Chanology, marked a turning point in the evolution of Anonymous. It was a demonstration of how online communities could mobilize for a common cause, transcending the digital realm to make a tangible impact. What began as a series of loosely organized pranks escalated into a full-blown cyber war, with Anonymous employing increasingly sophisticated hacking techniques to disrupt Scientology operations. They leaked confidential documents, exposed personal information of church members, causing significant embarrassment and concern within the organization, and even launched distributed denial-of-service DDoS attacks, crippling Scientology websites. These attacks showcased the technical prowess and organizational capabilities of Anonymous. Project Chanology was a watershed moment for Anonymous, demonstrating the power of collective action in the digital age. It showed that a loosely connected group of individuals could come together to challenge powerful institutions. It also gave birth to the now iconic Guy Fawkes mask, adopted from the graphic novel and film V for Vendetta as a symbol of resistance against oppressive institutions. The mask became a unifying emblem for Anonymous, representing their commitment to anonymity and collective action. The mask, with its enigmatic smile and piercing gaze, became synonymous with Anonymous, embodying their ideals of anonymity, rebellion, and the fight against injustice. It served as a powerful visual representation of their ethos and mission, inspiring others to join their cause. Anonymous is not an organization in the traditional sense. It lacks a formal structure, leadership hierarchy, or membership roster. Instead, it operates as a decentralized network of individuals, united by shared ideals and a fluid, ever-evolving identity. Anyone can claim to be a part of Anonymous, and anyone can act in their name. This lack of centralized control makes them incredibly difficult to infiltrate, control, or silence. Decisions within Anonymous are made through a process of consensus building and open communication. Participants communicate through online forums, chat rooms, and social media platforms, engaging in debates, sharing information, and coordinating actions. There is no single leader or spokesperson. Instead, individuals or small groups emerge, organically taking initiative and rallying support for specific campaigns or actions. The Guy Fawkes mask has become the most recognizable symbol of Anonymous. Adopted from the graphic novel and film V for Vendetta, the mask represents resistance against tyranny and the fight for individual liberty. By donning the mask, Anonymous members obscure their identities, becoming anonymous both literally and figuratively. This anonymity serves multiple purposes. It protects individuals from retaliation, amplifies their collective voice, and reinforces the idea that Anonymous is not about individuals but about ideas. Beyond the mask, Anonymous utilizes a variety of tactics to achieve its goals. These range from peaceful protests and online activism to more controversial methods like hacking, doxing, revealing personal information, and DDoS attacks. While their methods are often debated, their impact is undeniable and far-reaching. Anonymous has become a powerful force for social change, challenging governments, corporations, and institutions around the world. Anonymous's notoriety grew exponentially with a series of high-profile hacks and cyber attacks that targeted major corporations, governments, and organizations. Their actions were not just random acts of digital vandalism, but were often driven by a sense of justice and a desire to challenge the status quo. One such attack targeted Sony in 2011 following the company's legal action against a hacker who had found a way to run unauthorized code on the PlayStation 3 console. This legal action was seen by many as an overreach, sparking outrage within the hacker community. Anonymous perceived Sony's actions as an attack on the freedom of information and launched a massive cyber assault on the company. They believed that information should be free and accessible to all, and any attempt to restrict it was met with fierce resistance. The attack, dubbed #OpSony, resulted in the compromise of millions of user accounts on the PlayStation network, bringing the gaming platform to a standstill for weeks. Gamers around the world were left frustrated and angry as they were unable to access their favorite games and services. Anonymous leaked sensitive data, including usernames, passwords, and credit card information, causing significant financial damage and reputational harm to Sony. The breach highlighted the vulnerabilities in Sony's security systems and raised questions about the company's ability to protect its users' data. The incident highlighted the group's ability to mobilize vast numbers of supporters and inflict real-world consequences on their targets. It was a clear demonstration of the power of collective action in the digital age. Another notable campaign, Operation Payback, focused on defending WikiLeaks, the whistleblowing platform. after it faced financial pressure from credit card companies. These companies had cut off services to WikiLeaks, effectively crippling its ability to receive donations. Anonymous targeted companies like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, launching DDoS attacks that disrupted their online payment processing systems. These attacks were a form of digital protest aimed at drawing attention to what they saw as unjust actions against WikiLeaks. The operation demonstrated Anonymous's willingness to employ their hacking prowess in support of causes they believe in, even if it meant targeting powerful financial institutions. It was a bold move that underscored their commitment to their principles. These high-profile attacks cemented Anonymous's reputation as a force to be reckoned with in the digital landscape. Their actions were both feared and admired, depending on one's perspective. They also sparked a global debate about the ethics of hacktivism, the role of anonymity in online activism, and the limits of free speech in the digital age. These discussions continue to shape the way we think about digital rights and responsibilities. Governments and law enforcement agencies around the world scrambled to respond to the growing threat of Anonymous and other hacktivist groups, prompting a cat-and-mouse game between authorities and those operating in the shadows of cyberspace. This ongoing battle has led to increased investment in cybersecurity and a greater focus on digital literacy and awareness.